Hola, Wagwan. What's up? How are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Simonette Hubert, and today I have a very, very special guest. My cousin. Her name is Jessie.
Hola,
Thank you for joining us, Jessie.
es un placer.
All right, awesome. So, I know we all have exams, whether you're in high school, primary school, college, university. We're always getting a test or some exams. So today, Jessie will be giving us some tips.
Yes.
Some tips for studying. So, Jessie, what is numero uno? What's
So
number one?
numero uno is choosing a study environment or a study place that you are going to designate for study time.
Okay.
So we're going to choose somewhere that is quiet. There's not a lot of distractions. We're focused. We're in a setting or a frame mind of focus.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, select a designated area and make sure that it's organized, quiet, and you can focus. All right.
Yes.
What is numero dos?
Numero dos would be studying something every day. And
Every day.
Yes, I know it might be daunting
See.
not to do so, but you know there's something called the forgetting curve,
Yeah.
and that is a representation of how much information that we forget per day based on the first time that we receive that information.
Oh.
Yes, so you studying something every day will reinforce the information or the knowledge into your long-term memory. So it's very important to take up the book. If it's even to skim through the lesson, just skim through, see what you did not understand, see what you want me to go over, and study something every day.
Oh, so you're saying, for example, I'm a teacher of Spanish. So if I teach something, you're my student and I teach you something. If you, for example, don't look at the work and day one pass, so I gave you this on a Thursday, you didn't look at it on Friday, you'd have lost some percentage of it. So you would have
Yes.
forgotten some percentage of it. And the more you don't look at it is the more you forget.
Actually, you lose 50% of that knowledge in the first day
Wow.
of not reviewing it. So
Study
not-
something every day.
exactly.
Study something every day. That's what we're saying. All right. Numero tres. Number three.
Numero tres, it would be to do practice questions, because we know that our exams are structured in questions for a reason.
Right.
We need to test ourselves, not only reading the notes or reading the information. You need to test yourself with the questions, see how your comprehension skills is with the questions. And a good thing is this with past papers, right?
Right.
So when you look at the notes, look at a question that, for example, you're doing Spanish.
Oh.
Look at for example, you're doing Spanish.
Right.
Look at something with the, for example, your question would be in the situation responses, right?
So you want to see some sample questions. Okay.
And see how your comprehension skills would be based on those.
Oh.
Because when you're doing the exam, a part that they grade you for is your comprehension, right? Your knowledge and your comprehension. So it's applying that knowledge with the questions.
So practice. So practice using, as you said, past paper questions to see where you're at. It gives you like a meter stick. It helps you to know where you're at. So is it that I know 50% or 30%, or do I need to focus more on this section of it? So I like that. Practice questions.
And it's better to know the progress that you are at, where you are. It's better to know that, not just blindsided going to the exam. Oh, I never see this.
and yeah, you know, like this was a part of the syllabus. No,
Yes.
and you know what I love to say, and I say it every time, every opportunity I get, I say Jessie's only 16 years old, and I just love, because some person might be looking, and sometimes I remember when I was younger and somebody used to say study and do this and do that. You might be saying, oh, you're adults and you guys want to tell us what to do every day, but it's great that it's coming from somebody
you.
that is preparing for CSEC examination. So what is numero cuatro? What's
Numero
number four?
cuatro is to, how should I put this? I know that we are introverted at times. I know that we like to be with ourselves and do it by myself. I'm strong and independent. Yes, I'm strong and independent. But it is really, it's it helps to have a study partner or forming study groups.
Study partner
Or forming study
group.
groups.
Okay.
It does not have to be 10 persons.
Right.
You need 2 or 3. You don't even need 2 or 3. Just getting the knowledge from somebody else that you know they probably have a strong point in that type of subject is very important, because if you miss class, some of the classes are not recorded, so there's a lot of information, there's a lot of processes that the teachers go through in the class and explanations that somebody else could give to you. And if you're not clear of something, if clarity is not there, how your peers explain stuff to you really stick.
Yes.
Because when they say put it up there, so you know you're supposed to put it up there.
Yeah.
So it's very important to get somebody that you know they're very serious, first of all.
I love that. You don't just
They're
pick
very
a study
serious.
group.
You don't just pick,
yes,
look
we're
nice.
yeah.
You're always look nice.
Yeah, and she has this kind of phone, and we are friends. Oh yes, let's create a study group. Yeah, no. You have to be
somebody with the
strategic
same type of drive that you have, and somebody that understand the main goal of this,
Yeah.
So get somebody that you can vibe with, somebody that you can work with, and even if it's somebody not at your school, that's okay too, because
collaboration in the nation. Collaboration gonna evade frustration. Collaboration in the nation. All right, let's continue. So collaboration.
Yes, collaborate. Work with people. I know it's hard.
Hold on, I have something else. Collaboration in the nation. Give you the distinction. Number 1.
Yes. So collaborate with people, and you know what I noticed when I was in these study groups? I form other friendships.
Ooh.
I form other bonds with people, because necessarily
Like-minded.
they were not I love that. So like-minded people, they were probably not in the same classes or with the same teachers, but I form bonds with them based on even the situation that's going on.
One
COVID-19.
common goal.
We have stress. We're human. Life happens. So talking to somebody, expressing your feelings, that can help. Not just put it out there.
Yes,
people. But talking to other persons and collaborating with other people.
I don't know what to say. Collaboration in the nation. Right now we're working towards our distinction. Yes. Again, collaboration in the nation. Right now we're working towards our
distinction.
All right. So sometimes, not every time collaboration starts off right, but yeah, with time. I love that. And a timetable. What are your views on creating? I remember you said a space. What are your views on creating a structure, a timetable for studying?
A structure, all right. So for timetables, I think that there's something called space repetition, as we mentioned in the forgetting curve.
Right.
So if we know that we are going to lose some of the information, 50% of the information today, you have to structure your timetable around based on the type of classes that you have. When you have your classes, when you have your subjects, and knowing how to put a time limit on them and knowing the focus time. Sometimes I know we probably can't focus for 1 hour straight, but we probably can do 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
So know
here,
yourself.
20 minutes there. Yeah, know yourself with making your timetable, because some persons just can't deal with 3 subjects every day.
Okay.
So know how you're going to structure your timetable. I can't just tell you what to do because I don't know how your classes are.
But you know you.
Yes, you know you. So form that timetable that is comfortable with breaks, people. With breaks.
We need breaks. Somebody say break. Break. Okay. Yes. Say break. Guys, we're recording this in the car on the road, so you'll be seeing people. But this is what we talk about, focus. So this is why you're not going to study in the car on the roadside.
Yes.
Very important to find a designated area. This is your study area, and when you go there, you know that you are studying.
Oh, look at the light.
Light. See, we're getting distracted again. So,
I'm sorry.
yes.
Yes.
What else? Do you have anything else?
The last thing, it's a point to note, you can do your research on this, but it helped me. And there is scientific research on this. It's called active recall.
Right.
I'm not sure if any one of you know about it.
Yeah, the people who watch my channel, I'm sure they know something about it. But if you don't, it's called active recall. Okay.
So it's a process in which that you recall the information that you put in.
Right.
So I heard you talking before that the brain is the muscle.
The brain is like a muscle.
Yes.
The more you use the brain, is the stronger it gets.
Right.
And can I preach to somebody? I want you to know that mistakes are a part of learning, and you might not get this right on the first try, but do not stop. Right now, do not give up. No, but on a serious note, do not give up. You're doing a fantastic job. The fact that you're still watching this video after 10 minutes, it means that you want to put something together. You want to study. You want to do well. And so we just want to commend you, and we know we're going through a pandemic. I don't want to ever forget that, but keep going. You're amazing. You're awesome. And you want to tell us about active?
Oh, active recall. So I was saying that active recall is a way of strengthening your brain.
Speak it, sister.
So
right now,
let me give you some steps as how you would apply it to your studying. So the first thing you would do is you have some notes, right? Instead of highlighting the notes and
yes, because some people highlight everything. I don't know. Yes. And
blue, pink, yellow. Yeah. So instead of just highlighting the notes, you survey the notes. So you get the notes, you just skim through, you survey it to a point where you can actually, something interests you that you can write a question about it.
Okay.
So after you skim through your notes, you write some questions down as to what the notes may answer.
Yeah.
So based on your notes, you say, if the notes is all about communication, what is communication?
Right, what are the steps?
Yes, what are the steps? So you write some questions that the notes would answer.
Oh.
Yes. So after you skim through, you write your questions, then you actively read the notes.
Right.
So you're reading the notes. You're not studying it, you're just reading the notes.
But you're trying to answer the questions.
You're reading to understand.
Okay.
No, you're reading to understand. After you read the notes, you're going to put your notes away, put them under the book, put them on the floor. I'm sorry.
Anywhere
put them away so where you don't have access to them.
Right.
Really. So you put your notes away and then you answer the question. What you're doing now, you're actually challenging your brain to remember or recall or phrase it in your own words based on.
I love that.
Yeah, so you're actually pulling the information from your brain. You can pull it from prior knowledge. You can pull it from the information that is there, but it's going to test your understanding.
Yeah, I love that. It's
going to test your understanding. So when you pull that information, scientific research actually shows that a person who does active recall, study time, active recall, a person who does active recall, they did better on a test than somebody that did like other study tactics or methods. So after
active recall.
Yes. And after you have read and you answer your questions, you're going to review what you knew, all the things that you happen to recall.
Okay.
And you're going to see where it went wrong.
So like you measure what you know.
Right, so that's what you're doing. You're trying to see what stick and what did not.
Okay.
And then since you have this information as to what you did not know or what was harder to recall, you can go back, and with the spaced repetition you can go back with that and you can continue.
And your study group can join and say, okay, this is what we know, or you check this out and all of that. So sounds like a plan, and I just heard your alarm. So that means you have study time. So guys, have a structure, use an alarm, use an app. Everything is on the internet. You can find out, watch YouTube videos. Oh, before we go, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, especially if you're doing Spanish. But there are so many channels that you can watch. For French, you can watch French action. For Spanish, there are a lot of them. And so, but please subscribe to mine and leave a comment and but Very important. You can find a lot of things on the internet too. So along with everything that you said, because I've learned so much, and I'm sure that they are going to learn, or they have learned so much. Please put your comment below. What do you do while you're studying?
Yes.
What are some tips that you can share with us? We want to hear from you. Queremos. Queremos. We want. All right. So yes.
And stay motivated.
Stay motivated. You got this. Si se puede.
motivated.
Si se puede. That means you can do it. Come. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. And this is collaboration. Good. So, have a wonderful day. Do you want to say anything to them in closing? Anything at all in
I
closing?
think the last thing I heard a quote, and it says that sometimes you have to sacrifice the person that you are now
Come on.
for who you wish to become. So
Can I get an
even
amen?
though
Oh, sorry.
even though we are here and we see the hard work, you're doing great. You are doing great.
All right. I don't think I
Just
can say.
continue and stay motivated.
Tell them again you're doing great, and let me just end it, because I don't want to say a
You
word after
are
you say that.
doing great. Bye.